Good evening, everyone. I am Sidorian,
And I'm Harpo.
and we're finally back.
We're finally back. It's been so long.
It's been a long summer. It's been a pretty long fall, honestly. I would be lying if I said medical school was easy. Send help, please. But I'm glad to be back here after enjoying some fun at the University of Kentucky Lawn Invitational that we had this past Saturday. Marshall coming in with a nice 2-2 going even, playing against some absolutely amazing teams. But I digress from that. Harpo, how have you been?
I've been great. I was very sadly unable to join you, um, down there in Kentucky. But I was here waiting in case Valorant went long enough that I'd have to tag it and start casting myself. So I sadly got to miss it, but I'd love to. I think everyone would love to hear more about it since it wasn't broadcasted.
Yeah. I'll tell everyone what I know from the UK lawn. So basically, we got up. I think I woke up at about 5:15 and hopped in the whip, scooted over to campus, loaded up my car with our wonderful observer, Sam, the cameraman,
We
as
love
well
Sam.
as Vibrative Pie. I was carrying the VIP package in my car on the way up, and we had a good drive over. Got there around 8. Got settled in. Really nice facility. I have a really nice facility over there at the. It's like Cornerstone, so that's called. It's like a
Mm.
Federal Credit Union sponsored gaming area, but they have like 40 computers. They have a lot of computers. It's pretty cool. And yeah, unfortunately, 3 teams did drop from the tournament. 2 of them because they're lame. One of them because there was a little hurricane hitting their campus. So Godspeed, Florida. Um, Hope you guys make it through this. I know it's tough, and we're sorry you couldn't make it to the tournament. We hope to see you. Otherwise, the boys did great. It was a lot of fun. Got to see some pretty cool things. Lexington's a fun town, so definitely check it out if you get a chance.
I'll definitely have to just make a drive over there sometime
Yeah.
just to steal their computer. I mean, play on their computers.
Hey, it's good rigs. I was like, could I yoink one of these maybe? Just maybe?
Yes. But today we are playing Longhorn Gaming, is the esports program out of Texas, and they're new this year.
Are they
So
new?
they are new, so we don't have much to know what to expect out of them. I've been told that their average rank is about diamond. So it's going to be a pretty respectable
I
team.
think it'll be respectable, yeah.
And it's always hard to predict ranked play versus competitive play.
Hmm.
And sure, there's parallels there. But sometimes you just get lucky in those ranked games. You just run into some people who are just boosted up that are all thrown together, and you just get some easy wins. And sometimes you're just thrown against absolute monsters that are solo queuing, and
It's true.
you can't do anything about it.
But one thing I can tell you guys in this match against Longhorn Gaming is that there will be 4 enemy players, and there'll be 4 Marshall players. There are 5 maps. Slayer will be played twice, and then 3 other times we will be playing some objective-based game. Which now this season we have a new one. We have King of the Hill.
Woo! Everyone loves King of the
Yeah,
Hill.
King of the Hill's a lot of fun.
It's the only content that's been added to the game. Let's go 3 for 3. We love you.
Number company. Woo! Let's
Woo!
go. So hopefully we don't quite have the map lineup yet. Whenever we get that, if we get that,
If
if
the
we get
big if.
that, we'll let you know what we're going to be playing here first. It will be an objective game. We always start out. So we're going to get ready to load in here in just a second. We're now sponsored by Red Bull.
Red
So
Bull.
it's energy, and it makes you fly. So
It
observe.
gives you it gives you wings.
Wangs gives you wangs.
Well,
So
wings spelled with multiple eyes.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
important to note.
Wings. So yeah, that's pretty sweet that we picked up that sponsorship. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and probably fade over the screen here and let Sam Sam the cameraman, take it over, and he's gonna do some great broadcasting for us here today. And you're gonna get some great perspectives during this match. So it's good to be back here.
It feels really nice to be back here, especially with you. This is the first time that we've
Yeah,
actually seen each other
it's been a while.
um, since last year. Um, I was just told something by the producer. I wasn't able to hear it because I was speaking, but it's fine. We'll pretend like I did.
Yeah, sometimes we can't quite make out what they're saying. It could be important, and we
But
have been informed.
no, we're being yelled at. Um,
I was gonna say
Physical,
we've been informed to like for me to
not.
like hurt Harpo,
Yeah,
but
we
I
we've
mean I guess we can talk a little bit. So how's your
yeah.
semester
You know,
been? Like what you got?
it's going pretty good. I all my class is pretty easy. A lot of just taking pictures of things and then
Nice.
adjusting that. You got to get that one required science credit in, which sucks because I don't need any more science for anything else. But you got to do it. So
That's
here
all
we
right.
are. But overall, just a really nice semester. How about you?
Wow, I wish I could say that it was easy. Whew, man, medicine, it's no joke. they're not memeing on you when they say this stuff is tough. I mean, I put in a lot of hours just trying to pass. It's been going well. It's been going well. I mean, I feel like I've been learning a lot. It's definitely a massive change of pace compared to undergrad. Where before in undergrad, it's like 2 days before the test, and you sit there and you're like, okay, I'm gonna cram all of this into my head.
Oh, we're loading in.
But
Well,
enough about that. I can complain all day. Let's go ahead and get some Halo started. We're gonna be playing on Bazaar.
oh,
Capture
that's
the flag.
everyone loves Bazaar Capture the Flag. We know from last year though, Bazaar Capture the Flag probably one of Marshall's weakest maps.
Interesting. They've actually improved a lot on this map.
You see, they probably saw that they never won on Bazaar and decided, hey, let's change that and actually win on Bazaar. So I'm excited to see how this plays out. Obviously, Bazaar, a very momentum-based map. As soon as one side starts taking control of it, they're going to keep control for most of the game.
Absolutely.
It's all about that first opening battle right out the gate. If they can capture center, then that's huge. If they can't capture center, then up about from there.
Yeah. So it looks like we're viewing right now from Marshall's perspective because we can see the armor coating, that really nice, beautiful green.
We can also see the very green flag.
That's right. They see here at Marshall, we keep the colors consistent. So hopefully you guys will have a nice viewing experience, being able to see what's going on.
We don't talk about that one time that we were yellow. No, we don't. We
don't.
don't.
That one.
No, we don't. We don't talk about that time. But as we get in the famous multiple blinks that take probably 10 years because 343 does not optimize their game.
So sad.
It should be known that this caster officially hates 343.
Number company, silly.
Number company canceled my co-op campaign, and now I am angry.
I was really looking forward to the co-op campaign.
I had content planned.
Well, while we're loading in here, what are you expecting out of the Marshall boys? Who do you think is going to be our top fragger for this match?
I'm really expecting Avi to really be top fragger coming out of this match. I know him and Alex have always, fought over that top spot, but I've been seeing Avi the few times I've been down to the arena myself. He's down there, always grinding, really trying to get those shots in, as we see just a massive battle taking place here for the center of the map.
Yeah, it's one of the things I've been seeing here recently is they've been pushing really hard for the palm aggression, pushing over here to this right side. We've already got control of rockets. We've got OS. Avi right now, he's in a great position, firing off that one rocket, not quite picking it up. Going to go ahead and push over here to towers, swinging in with that grapple. Alex just going monstrous right now. He's picked the first 2 frags of the game. And right now you can tell Marshall, they're just trying to pick up a few frags before they try to do anything. Avi not getting that rocket.
But very smartly able to burn it instead of letting it fall into the enemies' hands. We're seeing a fairly even mid-game here. We do see Longhorn taking a slight advantage, but nothing too crazy. Nothing Marshall couldn't fight back out of.
No, right now Marshall's just got to get their spawns back up. Longhorn is on the flag, but Marshall's in position to go ahead and stop this pretty early. They're just trying to play their life, and unfortunately unable to do that right there in that moment. Avi coming in with a nice double kill here. Gonna go ahead and stop that push dead in its track, and now Marshall's gonna get their spawns back and try and get pushing here on the objective to see if they can get a pull for themselves.
I really think grabbing the flag there from Longhorn was a mistake though, because it got that attention split. They thought, oh, well, maybe we're moving, maybe we're not. A little bit of extra panic was just enough to let Marshall retake the flag. And now we see Marshall having firm control of the Longhorn spawn.
Absolutely, and now they're going to go ahead and try and do a run here over to palm side. And Marshall's playing it really smart. You've got to take it, it's kind of a hybrid. You got to go slow, but you got to go quick enough to get it out there into the middle. Now that it's dropped, Marshall has a position where they can start getting some gunfights going on and hopefully trying to defend that flag. Unfortunately, not working out for them. I'm not sure if they'll be able to get someone over there to get a touch on it, but Alex says, actually, we will, and I'm going to do that right now. Going to go ahead and pull that flag back now as they rotate it through double doors. I believe the 3 Longhorn players coming in quick. That grapple coming out. Oh, Marshall's really close to getting this pull here right now. I think they might actually get this touchdown.
I think this is one thing that we can really compliment Marshall on. Marshall is very strong at that flag tech. Really knows how to move that flag, has the perfect times on the throws. I don't think I've seen many fumbles of that flag.
No, they have been doing really well. I'll be getting a nice frag here. He's out here right now with 7, doing really hot. Pi, gotta get a few more slays in here, but if there's one thing we know about Pi is it takes him a little bit to warm up and get some of that momentum. So I'm sure he'll get that win with his feet here in a second.
And sometimes having a human shield can just really help someone else win a gunfight.
That's true. Right now, I'll be already going ahead and grabbing that second flag, trying to play his life there a bit as Alex is cleaning up some of these players here in mid. And Vibe taking him out as well, as it looks like Marshall is
a clean flagpole here.
Yeah, Avi's on a killing spree, so this man, he knows what he's doing. He's feeling good today. Another flag pulled to palm side, which just kind of seems to be the best play these days.
And you can see the just absolute practice that's been put in from this season to last season. This is a completely different team. They've been grinding, they've been working, and they are ready to play.
Yeah, and you see right now they're not trying to push, they're not trying to like sit on top of that flag. Yeah. Longhorn, they did go in and try and get that re, but Pi, there we go, he's heating up. He's got that nice double kill going in. But is this a counter pull going? Yeah, there is a counter pull right now. They're going to go ahead. Longhorn game is taking it over on their long side, but Marshall's got it there in the spawn, so essentially going to have to send 2 players out to try and get that flag back while 2 players defend ours.
I think this was a really good strategy here from Longhorn. Really, best defensive strategy they could for. They realize that they're not winning these gunfights. Marshall's been winning them quite consistently the entire game. So why not, instead of trying to contest them and try to, hold that flag, why not just take the Marshall flag? They can't get the points then. Keeps it competitive and hopes that Marshall makes a mistake somewhere that they can overwhelm them and get their flag back so they can score.
I agree, but if you look in the Slays part right now, it seems like Marshall's outslaying them across the board. So I don't know if this will work in their favor because Marshall's able to get over there and start getting the flag. As I say that, 2 kills coming out, 5 going ahead and trading that back. But it's going to be tough. This is not a position you want to be in with the flags all the way across the map because you now have to split your forces. You don't just want to leave one guy on the flag because if he gets unlucky, a couple bursts, and gets shot in the head, I mean, well, there comes the re, and the other team's got theirs right there. So let's see how Marshall plays this.
And I think this is a very advantageous position for Marshall because you can't push, but you can't defend. So you're left in a stalemate position of Marshall having a point on the board. They can sit here for 7 minutes if they really want to and just win off the 1 point.
Yeah, honestly, you're correct. This does ultimately work out in Marshall's favor. If they're able to just play shutout defense, trading, just getting a couple trades here and there. I mean,
they don't even have to win.
No, they already have one on the board.
They just have to trade. Winning doesn't matter anymore. No. They're in the perfect position. Longhorn has the ball in their court. They have to do something here.
So, yeah, Longhorn's going to have to decide if they're going to rotate up another person and do a 3-man push, but that leaves the opportunity for one of our Marshall players to take that gunfight. And looking now at how the kills are going, it's favoring Marshall coming out of these engagements, and there are a lot of trades going on right now.
But again, those trades just keep helping Marshall. And that was a great kill there from Avi, really just point and click adventuring his head.
And it's looking like Avi's in a pretty good position here, trying to take a couple of those fights. Unfortunately, there are 3 Longhorn players back there in the spawn. Looks like they're trying to play a little bit of defense themselves, but can't say that's the best call right now unless they're really just trying to bait out some slays. But Marshall's got really good forward positioning right now, so the Avi is going to go ahead and take that fight there, but it does look like Alex went down, or Pi did go down, Avi now goes down, and it's just a lot of 2-2. And the flag's back. Hey, look at that. They forgot to retouch it. Longhorn Gaming forgot to pick up the flag again.
And I think that this is where you're seeing that difference where Marshall's had a year in this competitive league. And Longhorn's new this year. So you're seeing that difference in what Longhorn just did probably would have worked in a ranked match. It would have worked in ranked practice. You would have got the other team to rush you with all 4 players. You would have been able to get an easy flag cap. But you're playing against a competitive team. They've seen strategies like this before. They've probably tried strategies like this before in practice, and they realized the mistakes there. It looks like Longhorn able to get a pull here, but it's going to be shut down possibly by Pi.
Yeah, pretty quick Marshall respawns here. Not quite able to get that last burst there by Pi. However, he did take down the flag, and that nade's going to come in really handy there. And Alex is going to go ahead and shut that down. Marshall will step back onto the flag and get that real quick. After Alex decides to take another fight, he can never just take one. It's always going to be 2 fights.
Listen, Alex just presses W.
He does. He's like he's a WM1 Pyro in TF2. He's just going forward. But I mean, Marshall playing a solid game right now.
Definitely very just solid gameplay. Like there's very little to comment on like any mistakes they've been making because it's been pretty just strong in all aspects. They haven't had anyone run out too much on their own, so they haven't had to worry about just getting double teamed too much. They've had great team shooting.
And I do have to say, we do have a new member of the team, as you guys may not see. Wheezy is no longer playing for us. He did graduate from Marshall University. A big congratulations to him. But instead, we have an Harmonic Vibe, also known as Trevor, joining us now. And he's been putting in a lot of work. He's definitely got a very high skill ceiling, and he's got a lot he can work to. Pi, pretty nice tech right there with the grapple, going ahead and swing in and get that shot on over. And now Marshall's got a 3-player advantage with 1 just now spawning back in there for Longhorn.
But just commenting on Vibe, he's been really meshing into the team well. You could barely, if you were coming in from last year, and we didn't point it out, you might not have noticed.
No,
He's filled that slot perfectly.
he is. He's been doing an exceptional job keeping up in the kills. Now, I say that as he drops down to the last place for kill. He just brings it back up now. So he's right in there with Pi, but you can see he's playing a lot more of defensive. Only has 5 deaths as opposed to Pi, who's pushing a lot of really hard kills right there. Killing spree, I assume that was Obvi. He's just been on a tear here today as Marshall gets their 3rd flag pull for the match. And if I had to guess, they're going to be able to run this one back as well.
Yeah, they have a very solid perimeter on that flag. I think you might see Longhorn try to go for a flag cap again to defend, but I still think that that'd be a massive mistake for them, especially in this situation where they're down by 2. Any time wasted is huge.
Yeah. And right now, Longhorns, they don't have a single player over towards Bazaar, so this was an easy cap once again for Marshall. Obvi is absolutely carrying right now. He has 25 frags in this game. That's terrifying. He ate his Wheaties this morning. Alex with a nice double kill.
He definitely made sure to not skip breakfast, the most important meal of the day. Going to get that rocket, still has both rockets inside of it.
That's nice. That can be a huge play. I mean, you can get a lot of frags with that. Let's see if this rocket connects. Nice one there from Alex. He's on a killing spree himself. Gonna go ahead and pop off that next one. Get a really nice double kill coming in there. Can he get the 3rd? Oh, but Obvi takes it from him. Still, really nice exchange there as Marshall goes ahead and pulls their 4th flag, taking it palm.
I want to point out, Obvi is 3 kills away from breaking 30.
Oh, I think he gets it, honestly. I mean, there's still 2 minutes left in the game. They might be able to, yeah, they're going to be able to run this flag back. They just have to play a little bit of defense on it and keep Longhorn from getting a body on it.
Well, we see Longhorn making that same mistake that they made earlier of pulling the flag as defense instead of trying to fight and deny Marshall from having flag control.
Yeah, it's an interesting approach, but from what they've seen and from what we've seen, Marshall's playing a very dominant game right now. As we can see, Pi going ahead and playing a little dodging right now. Ooh, oh, the guy got the OS off just at the last second. That is unfortunate.
But it was a great burn of OS there.
Yeah, that OS should be down here in just a second as those nades pop off. Yeah, that OS is down. Good work there from Marshall. Looks like, unfortunately, he did get pinched right there. But we've got Obvi there to finish it up. He just needs another 2 to drop that 30 bomb. Nice frag coming in there from Vibe. And it looks like Marshall, yep, okay, so that's their flag right there at doors, and it looks like Marshall's going to try and get a push over here to double doors to stop that flag from being stuck over in the spawn, but man, they're still controlling.
And we're still seeing the same thing we saw earlier in the match. Just 2 games of defense that favors Marshall because nothing else matters.
Yep.
If you're ahead on points, they don't need a push right here. They're going to because they want to get those points up on the board and they want to, really get into that mental game.
Oh yeah, they're going to return it, they're going to cap it, and then they're already in position to pull another flag. So
And there it is.
They're going to run this, and if we see, a 5 flag shutout, Marshall has never done that before.
A 5 flag shutout on Bazaar and Obvi breaks 30.
Yeah, 31 right now. Absolutely insane. He's looking like a combat kid this season.
He definitely is. I remember the Scourge that Combat Kid pulled on Marshall
He was so good.
on this map.
Yeah, especially this map. But looks like their flag run did get cut ever so slightly short there. Not a problem for Marshall. Unfortunately, Longhorn has absolutely no route getting back into this game with 30 seconds left. Marshall boys could go ahead and get a little bit of their Red Bull into their system, drop the controllers, and just sit back if they really wanted to.
But they want to get those stats up.
Oh, absolutely. They're going to have to boost it up.
We know they record them.
They do. They do like to keep track of them. And it looks like Marshall, just looking really strong on this first map here.
Especially Obvi. Obvi is out here with a 3.3 KD.
And he just got a double kill at the last second. I don't even know what to say. He's a monster. He's a new combat kid. A 4-0 victory. Marshall captured the flag on Bazaar. You saw it here first, folks.
And just...
Cat ears.
Oh, the cat ears are back. But you got to
Love
think, a 3.3 KD in competitive play is insane.
Oh, it's monster. That's monster. I've never seen Obvi play a shutout game like that. He did some crazy stuff. He was definitely top fragging a lot this weekend, but that was another level. I don't know if he was just baiting Alex and letting him do all the damage and then cleaning it up, but I think he was taking all of those fights himself.
But just the perfect team play. We saw a very different Marshall than we saw last year. A very improved Marshall.
Definitely. Definitely. Like I said, we don't know too much about Longhorn, but they put up a good fight. They definitely put up a good fight in this match. But Marshall just coming out on top. Not quite getting that 5 flag cap. that's just a victory lap at that point. You only need one to win, and Marshall's like very soundly established, this is our map now, this is our game mode, we're going to take it to you. And they did.
I think we also just really saw there where Marshall just had more experience in this setting.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the mistakes that Longhorn made were very simple, easy mistakes for them to fix, but you have to experience those mistakes first before you realize, oh, wait, this is something we need to fix.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I mean, Marshall, like you said, has a full season, a lot of ranked games, and their first LAN under their belt as well. So there really is something about just performing at that level that separates it from a regular pubs game.
And we saw just like the way that Marshall moved on the map.
Mm-hmm.
They never moved alone. That was one thing they did a lot last year
Mm-hmm.
that we really criticized them for because it was causing them to lose a lot of gunfights that they shouldn't have lost. We saw them move together. We saw them move well. We saw them shoot well. And every time that there's a duel situation where the flag's over there and we have their flag, well, you saw two Marshall players go across the map and they would just get 4 slays. They'd grab the flag. There's your point, and then they can just pull again.
Yeah. And it looks like we're going to go ahead and get in here to our next map. We're going to be playing a little bit of Slayer on our favorite map, Aquarius, the nice metal arena, I guess. So let's see how Marshall takes this. I'm not sure what setup they're going to do. It's either going to be like a 1-2-1 split pushing up, or they're either going to rotate as a pack. Honestly, I'm not sure what their approach is for Slayer. It definitely is not their strongest game mode, but if Obby's able to do what he did last match, I see them winning this pretty easily.
I think we can pull from last match and see how Marshall pretty consistently did better than Longhorn in the slaying game. Of course, Longhorn's attention was probably, everyone's attention was slightly divided because capture the flag, you're worrying about an objective. But still huge. Marshall able to get, Avi even, able to get that active camo, that is huge.
That's terrifying. If Obby's got the active, he's already going to go ahead and open that first frag for the match. But does get traded out. Not Obvi, but another Marshall player. Obvi going to go ahead and try and hit him with the Heat Wave burst combo, and it is successful for him, racking up those 2 kills now.
I do want to point out that first kill was stolen from Alex.
Of course, that's how it works. So, and Marshall, it looks like both teams kind of have the same strategy. Now, Obvi, now this can be huge right here. Not quite able to pull it off, but Marshall team able there to clean up these other couple kills. And it's pulling ahead just ever so slightly. You know, there's one thing with the Slayer games is it takes a while to get that momentum to really start carrying it away. And, you know, Longhorn, they're doing a really good job of staying as a pack right now and taking these engagements against Marshall.
It's definitely not till about the 20s that you start to see that big shift. But as we learned last year with Marshall that even if you're down by 13 kills and they only need 5, you can still win.
Oh, yeah, that was a great match. All right, let's see. Unable to get out of that, but we do Marshall players coming in and picking up those other kills. A lot going on right there. Vibe trying to pull back, playing his life, but he's going to have to take this engagement over here to blue. Because they've got Obvi pushing there over towards center. Pi with a nice nade pop through. There's still 3 Longhorn players there, 2 Marshall players. Seeing what they can do here.
You see Marshall very consistently just slowly growing that lead. And that's how you need to play these Slayer matches. You just need to slowly increase that lead. Right now they're at a lead about 4. And they just need to keep that consistent. They just need to slowly grow that. Don't worry about trying to just
Oh, the
overwhelm.
miss melee. Where's this guy looking? What are you doing, my man? Pike getting lucky on that one.
Listen, sometimes, you know, you're playing and then you accidentally just unplug your headset and you just are unaware of everything
Oh,
around
you guys play with sound? I'm always bumping fonts on my computer. But Marshall starting to pull away with this one. 6 kills right now. They are split up, and it looks like they're kind of fracturing the setup for Longhorn Gaming. They're still getting some frags, but if you notice, Marshall players pretty close across the board. Unfortunately for Longhorn, MDC still hasn't picked up his first frag yet, and this is Persia only with 1. But Shadow with a nice 4 matching Obvi right now. Looks like Pi. He decided he's a Slayer guy right now. Oh, what was that? Obvi. Oh my.
Listen, it worked.
He pick up the second. He does. Oh,
Marshall able to
man.
increase their lead to 11 here really early in the Slayer game too.
He's coming out here, Pi with the heat wave, unable to use it for effect, but Obvi's going to go ahead and push in behind. He's hungry, he's ready to play. Unfortunately, unable to clean up those 2 players, but we do have Alex coming in, trying to take that fight for him as Marshall extends their lead to 10 now. But they do have rolling respawn, so I know Marshall's playing right now over here in blue. Just trying to regroup, analyze the situation, get taken out apparently. They get taken out again.
You see, this is where that momentum shift can happen. Right here, about that 20s range.
Yeah.
This is when you really start to see momentum build.
Alex with a nice frag there, but there's just too many Longhorn players there. Those nades not coming through for good effect. And we're just trying to, Marshall's just trying to get some spawns in right now. As you can see, they're all grouped up over there in the blue, but you can't push into 4 players unless you've got 4 players.
And I think you definitely see where Marshall's early leads give them a bit of a cushion.
It is.
That lead went from 11 down to only 8 now, but that's okay. They were able to get that cushion. That's why they have it.
And now they're cleaning up. They had a really great execute in there over to B, forcing out these Longhorn players over back there towards Cubby. Alex is going to go ahead and take that fight, take him out.
And that leads back up to 11.
Yeah, back up to 11. He's dancing around. Oh no! He went in for the melee. Alex playing it like it's COD sometimes, rushing a little bit too close.
If he knows, he still held that W key.
He's always holding the W key.
The W key never gets unpressed.
And look at Marshall, consistent across the board, 9, 8, 8, and 6. I mean, you can't ask for closer slays than that. Pi with a double melee there just a second ago. We quite missed that, and Alex is going to go ahead and roll over here to mid, taking a couple fights. Probably shouldn't up there towards their base, but
I think this is really where you can see that the game psychology that changes based on if it's objective based or if it's just slay based.
Oh yeah, they're just running around like it's pubs right now. I mean, right now they're up by, that's 17? Yeah.
Well, I think one thing to really think about too, right? In objective-based game mode, each team member has their roles. We saw Vi was the defensive player. We saw that Avi was the huge fragger. Avi was supposed to go in there, clear out the objective, and then you'd have Alex and Pi come in to take the flag for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
And here, you don't need those roles. Everyone's role is to just go get slays, go get kills. And that's what they're doing.
Exactly. And right now, Marshall only needs 12 to close this game out. A couple players down for each team. Few trades coming in. I mean, and Marshall can trade their way out the rest of the game and be completely fine. It's just a matter of, we have the benefit of seeing where the enemies are on the screen. They do not. I'll be deciding he doesn't want to take this engagement. The Pi coming in with a nice clutch nade over there, getting traded out by another grenade. Only fit. Avi spamming that yellow utility. Says, please help me. Oh, he doesn't see him. Nice little cleanup action there. Another one with the back smack. Can Avi clean this up for a 3rd kill? Doesn't. Oh, he does! And gets a nice triple kill. Avi, an absolute monster out here on a Slayer. Playing on Aquarius, and Marshall just needs another 7 kills to clean this one up.
And that triple kill could have been easily shut down if Longhorn just checked their corners.
Exactly. And that's, that's one thing that you get with experience. People are going to take really weird spots because you want to throw your opponents off. You don't want them to expect, where those bulls are going to be flying out of now. And Pi with a nice dynamo grenade there. Picking up that frag, putting Marshall within 4 here.
Not often that you see a dynamo actually get a kill.
No, it's just for breaking shields, but that player must have been really, really low. See a couple exchanges going on here in the middle.
You just see that
killing spree.
See that beautiful crossfire there. Everyone across the entire center of that map just firing on that one player, just trying to get those kills as quickly as possible. Marshall still growing that lead too.
Absolutely, and that's one thing Marshall's been doing really well is they've been setting up some great crossfires here recently. Like, they know where to hold things out. Nice double kill coming in there for Alex as he gets traded out. Obvi picking up the last kill. And that's a nice sound victory from Marshall with a pretty good lead there. Pretty good lead.
Pretty decent lead, and you saw pretty consistent play across all the players there.
Yeah, they did really well. Honestly, nothing to really nitpick on Marshall there, I guess. That period where they started to slip a little bit, if they were able to regroup a little bit more effectively, I think that would have helped them out.
But I think that was also just, huge props to Longhorn there. They got that advantage and they knew how to capitalize on it. But then Avi respawned, Avi knew how to shut it down, and Avi shut it down.
Yeah, and that's what he does. Avi really has been making some absolutely insane plays today. And he did it this weekend at the tournament. So, I mean, Longhorn Gaming, they show a lot of potential. They really do. I mean, they're holding up against Marshall. It's not like they completely flatten them. But, they just got some more work to do. And, I mean, Marshall's got work to do, too. Everyone's got to keep working.
And, again, it comes back to just experience. Marshall's had the experience in this league. Longhorn's new. Longhorn, the mistakes that we've seen them make so far is just simple stuff that you can fix in a couple weeks practice. Not checking corners a few times really hurt them, like especially when the Avi got that huge triple kill right there at the end of the game. It's just small nitpicky details, but those add up, especially at the highest level of play.
Yeah, I mean, those are some of the same things that Marshall did last season. So I'm really excited. Everyone, you just enjoyed a nice game there. That was Slayer on Aquarius, and Marshall coming out with a really solid win. We're going to go ahead and start rolling in the map 3 here in just a second. For those of you who are new and are joining us, thank you. We would like to shout out our sponsor, Bedroll, Red Bull. It gives you wings with many eyes.
Multiple eyes.
Multiple eyes.
It's important to remember.
If you're so inclined, please give the channel a follow. We really appreciate it. Helps us out what we're doing here. Going to go ahead onto live fire. Going to be playing a little bit of strongholds, which is just capture points for those of you who don't know.
Strongholds live fire is one of Marshall's better maps from last season.
It is. It definitely is. They didn't show a great run this weekend. They actually did lose this one, but the other team set up a really great counter defense. So let's see if they've learned from that and are able to capitalize in this first game here.
I know one thing that Marshall really likes to do in Strongholds is just that rolling twist. You know, they capture 2 points, and then as soon as you start capturing B, they'll go right for C.
Yeah, a couple trades coming out here early right now. Obvi going down. Nice assist coming in there for Alex. I think that maybe they'll switch points here. And it looks like Marshall's got to go ahead and control there of the sniper, which is really nice. Does get traded. That sniper's got a few more shots in it left, so it looks like one of them are they're going to go pick that up. And Marshall's now got a nice control over A and B. Let's see how they set up for this hold and try and counter Longhorn offensive pushes here.
We see Avi making the same mistake that we just talked about with Longhorn making, not checking that corner.
Looks like Marshall, they're on the cap over here for C. Now, personally, I think holding CB is a little bit easier because you can get that height advantage over there from power. It looks like Longhorn, they've got that OS. Marshall trying to get them to burn that. Marshall going to go ahead and flip it over to A as Longhorn's getting ready to flip over to C. So we'll have to see where Marshall's going to push here. If they're going to push on to C, hey, that's not a bad approach. I can't say necessarily want to hold an AC split because that mid area, feels, you know, it's a chokehold. But 3 Longhorn players over there to B. If I'm Marshall, I'm not wanting to go over there right now unless I get a few more picks coming in. Alex with a nice melee.
But you think right now Marshall likes that there's 3 Longhorn players on B. It means they're not trying to push A, they're not pushing C. They're just staying right there on the defense.
Yeah, this does actually work out really well in their favor. Pi coming in, taking down 2 Longhorn players as Marshall's going to go ahead for this trip cap, but Longhorn's going to flip C here in just a second.
But again, we see that strategy. Just capture 2 points. When they go to capture one of yours, just take theirs.
Yep, it's just a back and forth. You know, Marshall has really good momentum as 3 Longhorn players push out here. Alex got his battle sights dialed in there, getting to go ahead and pick up 1 as he rotates over. Obvi taking that fight, getting another 1. Marshall with 2-player advantage at the moment.
So Alex just heard that we're, talking a little smack, and he just wants to prove us wrong now.
Oh, Marshall with the OS right now and the heat wave. Great opportunity to get in nice, close, and personal as Vibe goes ahead and picks up 2 kills over there at B side, it looks like, which is where they're pushing to right now. Obvi's going to try and burn a little bit of that. Or Alex, sorry, is going to burn a little bit of that. And Marshall's going to go ahead and push in here onto B. It looks like they might be able to stop A if they get over there right now, and they do, and they're going to go ahead and flip B.
Well, and you saw the great plays there. Avi had overshield, moved on from C, let Vibe take C, and just really kept pushing the advantage.
They're doing a really great job of piggybacking off of each other's moves right now. When one gets into a gunfight, there's another one there to cover their flank. Now, right here, we see Avi. It looks like, I was thinking someone else was going to pop up there trying to provide a few other shots for him, but Avi's going to go ahead and push with that heat wave up here to center. He's going to drop that out here for the sniper. That 1-hit kill potential outweighs the shotgun potential as he turns around and rips it.
Now, it looks like he actually dropped his battle rifle for that, moving both power weapons away from Longhorn grip.
Which isn't necessarily, a bad move, as now it puts it in reach for Marshall to grab that. Alex with a nice pop nade over there, getting a double kill as that player tries to push down there into the turbine area. It just nothing crazy, just solid plays. Marshall does need to get on a point here soon, but it looks like they're trying to get these power weapons sorted out and are regrouping. There you go. It looks like they're going to make an execute here for this A. Yep, after there's a nice one player left. Obvi taking this fight. Is he able to get it? He is. He's going to go ahead and push tunnels.
So the great play there from Avi, just pulling off the point, like, okay, I don't want to stay up here where I'm in the open. I want to get that better firing angle. Let them get a few more points. We're ahead. It's okay.
It's working out really well. They're going to go ahead and take A. You know, and it's okay to give up a few points if it means you can mount an effective offense. And they are going to pick up that OS, but they're not able to pop it in time. So Marshall can capitalize on this. Was that Alex who ran in there to melee him, or was that Obvi?
That was Pi.
That was Pi.
That was Pi.
Well, you know, we all make mistakes.
Listen, Pi just he wanted his time in the sun. He did really well during that Slayer match. He's actually out fragging Avi in this match.
He is. I mean, like I said, once Pi is turned on, he's ready to go. I'll be trying to take the head off of that Longhorn player there. He's going to go. He decides, actually, I don't want to do that right now. There's 3 Longhorn players over there to A. He's going to take one. Not using that sniper to great effect right now. It is definitely a tough weapon to use.
Well, even if you're not using it to effect, if you're using it, that's less ammo that your opponent has to use it on you.
Exactly, and now Alex is going to go ahead and flip A over here, and Marshall's going to start gaining some more points again, still with a nice double the points lead on Longhorn Gaming, but they are getting ready to flip B. It does look like Marshall is mounting a really good defense here on B, fortunately getting pushed off of that, and they're going to go ahead and just decide to flip C.
But we see Longhorn going straight on to A, but Pi's there. Pi gonna be able to defend it. Pi gets the reset.
Now he's just trying to play his life here for a second. Gonna go ahead and rotate off of that. But now he's got support backing him up there with Alex. And it looks like they're gonna execute over here onto this B site as Longhorn flips C. And once again, Marshall's just right there. You know, Longhorn says, all right, we're gonna get 2. Marshall says, no, but Alex right there through the crack with a nice double. Can he make it a triple? And he does, trading out his life, getting a nice triple kill there. I mean, that's the momentum they need. They could push for a trip cap if they want.
Looks like Pi getting the great defense on the A. Sure got flipped, but he's right back on top of it.
Yeah, Marshall's in a pretty good position here right now with the setup that they've got. Just holding over here between A and B. Nice cover, and Longhorn's going to have to push out there in the open. And they've got those sights dialed in. Persia picking up a kill there on Alex, but Obvi's going to trade out cHalo.
Because now we see Pi pulling away, playing smart, playing his life.
Absolutely. He's pushing those tunnels to try and bait the players out. I think one dropped there behind him. No, it was a dead body. Never mind.
And Avi, again, getting that overshield and going straight into pushing at B.
Yep, Avi making moves over here. Marshall, unfortunately, down 3 objectives. So they're going to have to mount an offense here. But Pi says, I am doing that right now. I'm on C. As Marshall's going to go ahead and flip this over. You know, they've definitely taken the approach slow and steady for this.
Well, everyone knows the story of the hare and the tortoise. Marshall's just really taking it to heart today.
Absolutely. Vibe with a nice couple kills there. And Obvi, unfortunately, getting exploded by that nade. But Vibe, you know, he's not going crazy with the frags, but he's getting frags where they count. He's, you know, giving them like a 2-kill advantage here. And stuff like that, as looks like Longhorn's going to flip B.
That's a flip on B, but Marshall's still very commanding lead right now.
Oh, absolutely. They, you know, it looks like Longhorn does have control of that sniper. Not great, but hopefully Marshall will be able to take that out of their hands and potentially use it to their own effect. Get some good bursts coming in here. Vibe's going to push that really hard, dropping down. Not quite. This is kind of this is a mess.
No, we don't talk about what happened there. He got the trade. That's all that matters. That's all we'll focus on. Avi trying to clean it up, unable to, gets taken out himself. That was something right there. You know, that was cHalo.
Yeah, it looks like Marshall just lost their momentum here a little bit. They're gonna try and get a couple frags, try and regroup. Right now, they're getting trades, but not where they need the trades to be.
But even then, they're still about 45 seconds ahead. They can let Longhorn just hold what they want. They're taking A. Sure, they're losing C right now. But
Alex playing a really good dance around, seeing if another Marshall player can come follow that kill up because he got the crack on that shield. And oh, yep, they're playing power. They're playing power up right now. That's smart. It's okay to give up a few points if you're able to get this. You know,
and that's Heatwave.
OS. Yeah, the OS really does change the tide of the game. Nice double kill coming in there from Vibe. It's a sweet bank shot off the wall. And Marshall's going to go ahead and cap C, and they're going to go ahead and go for the B. So they're going to try and get a nice triple cap here. But Longhorn is going to go ahead and switch over that A.
And gets the kill assist right there. B is open and clear for the taking. Sure, A's taken, but Marshall's about to have that advantage once again.
And now they've restabilized Marshall with 2 objectives controlled here. And now it's just a matter of trying to lock this down. As these Longhorn players look for an opening. Pi playing a really powerful position on this map. If you're up there in the tower, so this player, he can't get up there quick enough, and Pi's going to be able to recharge his shields. And boom, gets him with another one there. And it's up to Marshall if they're deciding they're going to want to push over here to A. I think if I'm them, I probably just hold B and C and keep that power position as they go for the power weapon. Going to go ahead and get that sniper. That's 8 rounds, 8 potential headshots. That's 8 potential kills, which can be absolutely massive, especially up there in tower.
We are just seeing, again, that just defensive mindset.
Yeah, Vibe's just over here, like, messing with them on B. Trade's not going in Marshall's favor there. They do have 182 to 128. They're still in a good position, just trying to look to see if they can get a couple good frags here.
But that's not counting Longhorn out. Longhorn can still turn this around.
Oh, they absolutely could. I'm just hoping they don't. But Marshall's going to go ahead and go for that B execute here. I'll be with a nice body shot. Going ahead and take that guy out. A few trades. Ooh, not quite great there. Caught out in the open with 2 Longhorn players bursting them down as Pi rounds that corner. Not sure if enough damage was dealt. There was enough damage dealt. He took a good fight there. And now they're just waiting. They've got some time on B, but they haven't quite. They're really pushing for this. This OS is crucial, and they just let him take it. I mean, that's
A bit of a misplay there.
that was a bit of a misplay, but I mean,
It was a big misplay.
it's the new guy. It happens. They're gonna go ahead and burn this real quick, so it doesn't. It ultimately.
Ultimately, it didn't matter that much.
Yeah, and they recaptured B, and they're getting a really nice push here. Alex with 3 massive kills in the feed. Marshall's going to go ahead and go for the triple cap and try and speed this transition up a little bit, see if they can get this win under their belt and call it a nice 3-0, go home and get to bed.
The very, very quick game, to say the least.
Well, we'll see. Not quite able to maintain that control. Alex with a really nice double kill there. He is on a killing spree, makes it a triple. You know, can't ask for more than that.
Go ahead and gets that cap on the C. Now they just need to hold.
Yeah, they just have to hold. And right now they're in a really good position to do so. They've got a nice 2-person split on B, 1 lower, 1 upper on C. Unfortunately, we do see Obvi go down. Pi is able to take out that Heat Wave player, but he does get traded out himself. And now we've got Alex here on the play. Let's see if he does indeed win his ones.
And, you know, it looks like he will.
He does.
You know, he traded. He didn't win it.
He
He lied
didn't
to
win.
us.
He lies. That's
You
not
know,
a win. But Obvi does.
Yeah, Obvi's been winning all of his ones today.
Absolutely, and Marshall going ahead and need to get a body on that to stop that B cap from flipping over, and unfortunately it does. They do regain A here, and that one player is just kind of tucked up there in the corner. We've got 2 Marshall players now on that B site. It is hotly contested. Everyone's vying for control of B right now.
We're seeing Longhorn really getting a second wind underneath their wings.
They are, but Pi coming. I mean, look at the kill feed right now. Alex with a 30 bomb, Pi with 25, and Obvi with 24. They're out fragging Longhorn in every respect, and it looks like they're going to close this out. I think they should be able to hold this off. That, I speak too soon with that heat wave coming in, a really big force multiplier for many teams.
You know, Alex just had to win his one there, and again, he lied to us.
He
did not.
He's capping. Pi trying to dance around. That's 3 Marshall players falling.
But that was still just crucial time. That was just held up.
Mm-hmm.
Slowly getting that victory closer and closer.
They're going to go ahead and try and rip C and A, it looks like. Potentially. Yep, C and A are both going to come up for them. An interesting option to go for that split, but they really do just need a few points here. So they're going to just try and slay it out this last little bit. That OS coming in huge as he eats a nade right to the face.
And, you know, if you miss shots, doesn't matter if you can just tank all the damage.
It does. It does not. And unfortunately, they did have to play their life and hop off the point there, but it looks like Marshall's right there to capitalize again.
But again, Longhorn right on C. Longhorn really flipping that strategy that they saw Marshall use right around on them.
Yeah, Longhorn's putting up a really great fight right now. They're doing a great job, especially as like such a young team coming into this. You know, but Marshall's going to go ahead and get that C flip. See if they can just hold this. It's just a few more points for them to hold down. I think they'll be able to close this out here. It looks like they're going to go ahead, give up A, control, take B, and just try and get the last few slays necessary.
And I think that's going to be game right there.
I do believe that is game. Marshall with a nice victory here. Strongholds on live fire.
You know, just a very excellent, just 3-0 right there.
Yeah.
You know, they came to play some good Halo tonight, and that's what they did.
They did. They played textbook Halo. Now, there's a few bits that got sloppy there on live fire, just not able to really get that control, missing
Mhm.
the overshield and stuff like that. But one thing I can say, Marshall's really been working hard at playing those power weapons. Last season, that's something we didn't see a lot of. They just kind of be like, I don't care. Take it.
I
I don't
think
want it.
that's one thing that Marshall needs to work on too, moving forward. They need to, one, get vibe caught up with the rest of the team.
Mm-hmm.
Because we saw Pi, Alex, Avi, they're all right there with each other.
Mm-hmm.
They're all vying for top frag, especially right there on live fire. But they're all vibing for control. But then you see Vibe just a little bit below them.
Yep, and you get that whenever you've got a new player coming in on the team. He's just got to work on it. He'll get up there to speed. He's definitely got a great base skill level, and he's got an even higher skill ceiling. So, well, everyone, that was Marshall getting a nice 3-0 victory over Longhorn Gaming. We hope you guys enjoyed the cast this evening, and we'll be back at it again next Tuesday playing a team in the league.
We'll also be back tomorrow with some Valorant.
Yes, we will. We will be back with some Valorant. Should be some high-paced action for everything going on for you guys. And once again, give a last little word to our sponsor here, the Red Bull.
Red Bull.
Red Bull.
Red Bull. Be sure that if you don't want to miss our cast in the future, you go ahead and hit that follow button, turn on the notifications, click it every time you see us go live. Join the Discord too, really get plugged into the community because we're not just about esports, we're about community.
I completely agree. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on this nice Tuesday. I have been Sidorian. Thank you for having me.
I have been Harpo. Thank you for having me. And we'll catch you all next time.
Have a good evening.
We are the early risers, the go-getters, the all-nighters, innovators, the pioneers of the future, leaders uniting all to work together, creators, the artists that inspire, champions, we never stand down from a challenge, family, with a bond that will last a lifetime. We are